So, fellow Canadian Vince Tracey joining me, taking on Andrew Fields, Power Slap number 16 in Abu Dhabi. You get an opportunity to compete once again. How excited are you that it is Andrew Fields that I'll be standing across the table from you?
I'm extremely excited. Not just to be in Abu Dhabi because that's always been a dream of mine to fight in Abu Dhabi, but also to be exactly that, standing across from Andrew Fields. I mean, it's an absolute honor. He's been to me. He's an OG of the sport. I was a fan of him before I was even signed to the roster or anything like that. He's fought a lot of guys that I look to hopefully fight one day as well. And I mean, and he's put on some wars. Like he's definitely a technician. He's got chin durability, excuse me, and I mean, so do I. So it's going to be one heck of a match. I think it's going to be the people's match of the night.
I mean, you're sitting here with a 3-0 record. I mean, you're a Canadian, so you have the people in Canada supporting you. You got a whole country where Andrew's got a state, potentially. You know, we talk about it here in Canada. Canada rallies around. I mean, the Blue Jays are in the playoffs right now. You know what the atmosphere is like when things happen there. Um, Andrew Fields, is he a step up in competition for you against the likes of Tyler Gross, Rodolave, and Dominique Melendez, who you fought previously?
Oh, absolutely. I think he's a big step up in competition, to be quite honest. And simple for the fact that he has the experience. It's like I said, he's been here. He's an OG of the sport. He's been here, I think, from almost day one. He was one of the guys that was even before the first power slap. He was, I can't remember what they called it, but like the slap off tournament kind of thing that they had at the very beginning. So yeah, no, it's like I've watched his career, and he's constantly progressing and improving on his technique defensively and offensively. So it's yeah, like I mean, he's definitely a massive step up. But I'm looking forward to the challenge, and it's like I said to the brass, like I'm looking to fight the best guys. Like I want to fight the best of the best, and I want challenges, and they definitely delivered. So I'm looking forward to putting on a big show and a big statement, and really solidifying myself in the division.
For sure. I mean, I know you're up to challenges. I know you're up to change. Originally, this match, we publicized was going to be at 155. However, it's seemingly now taking place at 170. Both of you guys have fought at 170 before, so I don't want to belabor to make it too much of an issue. But can you give us any insight as to why that change happened?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so I was sitting down with my coach and my family physician, and I had to run some tests, and unfortunately, the test came back, and neither my coach, my wife, or the physician were happy with it. I tried to fight for, like, hey, I can do this, but we were basically going past the yellow light and going straight into the red light, and when we get into danger territory and irreversible, damage. And I'm not talking about my head or anything like that. Just physically. The doctor, my wife, and my coach said like you may have to take a step back and approach the organization and say that hey, like there is a safety concern with me trying to make 155. Um, I didn't want to do it. I'm going to be quite frank with you. I really didn't want to do it. I'm quite disappointed. But in for my best interests, I mean, I am a father of two, third on the way. I got to take things into consideration. It's not just about me. It's about my family and my well being at the end of the day. So yeah, we made the decision to approach the organization, and I'm truly grateful for Fields taking the fight at 170. He didn't seem to have too much of an issue with it or anything like that. I mean, obviously, I'm you know I'm a man of my word, and I feel like I went back on my commitment because I did commit to 155. So I apologize to the organization and Andrew Fields for that. But yeah, I accept full responsibility. The time frame that I was given was definitely doable. It was cutting it close, no matter what, but it was definitely doable. So, again, it's on me, and that I will make 155. I just need a little bit more time for the body to adapt and get used to the single digit body fat numbers and like the amount of nutrition I'm getting from certain places. Like I got to make sure that I'm dialed in to a T. Like there's no you can't make any mistakes when I'm doing things like this. And yeah, like I'm looking forward to the future, and it will be at 155. And honestly, if I had 2, 3 more weeks, which is unfortunate that I couldn't, I might have been able to make it very safely and not had any issues whatsoever. So again, it all comes down to just communication and having those open, I guess, open borders that we can talk and figure it out a little bit better next time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, first off, congratulations on the new one on the way. I mean,
Thank you.
life's bigger
Appreciate
than the
that.
sport at times, and I honestly, I mean, we're sitting here, 2+ weeks out. I think you did the honorable thing, bring it to the attention well in advance, give both yourself and your opponent the opportunity to adjust accordingly, and definitely big ups to Andrew Fields for taking that match. So shout out to you, Andrew, for doing it. It's one that
Absolutely.
us, the purists of the sport, want to see take place. I think this puts two incredibly tough guys against each other. Last time we went up there, I mean, I'll say in a lot of ways, I think the community at large viewed you as the underdog against Tyler Gross.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether you thought that or not, I mean, you went up there and you put on one hell of a performance. You got shocked back to life, from zombie mode, really showed your grit and determination, very reminiscent of almost Andrew Rhodes or sorry, Brandon Rhodes in some way, but you didn't go down. So I'll give you that. I mean, even like Azael Rodriguez esque almost how he,
The
when he
zombie
gets in
mode.
danger and catches himself before he goes down. You were able to obviously get that KO in the third round. Talk to me about how do you game plan for someone like Andrew, who has the grit and determination, and is seemingly right now on a bit of a heater right now.
Yeah, Andrew's a tough guy to kind of strategize for. But I definitely see that there is very small holes in his game that I can utilize in my advantage, and I plan on taking full advantage of it. Um, it's like you said, he's tough, he's durable, and he's got KO power. So it's going to be a true test for me to see like, where I'm at. Am I at that elite level or am I just another filler, right? So and I truly believe that I am at that elite level. I mean, I train day in day out to prove not only to myself but the country and power slap and I guess the world, I guess you could say too, that I'm meant to be where I'm at, and it's only up from here. But yeah, it's like I said, it's quite tough to game plan for him, especially know when some of his fights haven't really gone in the direction that you would have thought it would have went. Like the Jewel Scott fight with him. His timing on defense was a little off. It seemed like so. But again, in his last fight against was it Brent? I think it was Brent is his name. He put on an incredible performance. Like you could really see that his defense was dialed in. His offense looked phenomenal. But I mean, I'm definitely levels ahead of Brent, and I'm definitely going to show that as well on October 24th.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Andrew being a hard guy to game plan, as you just talked about. But what are your keys to victory? What do you have to do to be successful on that night?
My keys to victory are going to be, well, one, don't let the pressure of the moment get to me. You know what I mean? Obviously, the nerves are going to be there a little bit more than in the Tyler fight. I mean, this is on the live card as well. This is my first experience feeling the crowd and the energy and everything else. Um, but again, it's yeah, like I think the biggest key for me is I gotta grit it out. I'm gonna have to take some hard shots. I'm gonna have to eat them, and even if I do get dropped, I'm gonna have to recover like I always do, and stick to the game plan. Basically, is gonna be my biggest key. Is follow through with my training and everything I've put into it. I know I got a good slap. I believe in my power. I know if anybody's going to be putting him down, it's going to be me. So, I think I'm going to get a lot more confidence once I hit him and I see how he reacts. And yeah, I think I might even shock myself in this one, to be quite honest.
Shock yourself, never a bad thing. Where do you think you are in your career trajectory? Are you just getting started? Are you in that warm up phase? Do you feel like you've hit your stride? Kind of where do you feel like you are, and how many more levels do we have to Vince Tracy's game we haven't seen yet?
Oh, that's a great question, actually. So, where I think I am right now in my career is honestly, I really truly believe I'm just getting started. Like, I feel like I'm finally getting my footing, I'm getting more comfortable being in stage, being in front of an audience. The cameras, they really don't bug me anymore thanks to, the filming of Road to the Season. So, I'm trying to, be that complete, not only just, a technician and a striker, but also be a showman as well. Right. So I'm trying to give that whole entertainment aspect. And, there's definitely levels to each of those or attributes. And I'm working on each one individually and trying to progress each and every fight. But I easily think that I could be a world champion one day. I truly do believe that I have what it takes, and it's just a matter of basically following everything to a T, and dialing in and like putting everything I got into becoming that champion, because that's what it's going to take in order to take some of these guys out.
Absolutely. Thanks, Vince. I appreciate that explanation. And I look forward to that, acceleration or continuation of you in your career. One last one for me. If Andrew Fields is watching this interview, what do you want to say to him?
Andrew, I appreciate the change, and again, I apologize for any inconvenience or disruption in your fight camp. But hopefully, you can grab yourself a good meal and enjoy. And I'm sure it won't be so bad. But it's time to put on a show, brother. October 24th is our time to prove why this is the people fight of the night. And I know you're going to bring it, and I can't wait. And I'm going to bring it too, brother. So let's do this.
Absolutely. Awesome, my man. You're going to say it. Canadian, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Let's go.
Yes,
Get
happy
to enjoy it
Thanksgiving,
now.
brother.
You get to
Yeah,
enjoy it
that's
now.
just it. Yeah, I can definitely
Awesome, man.
maybe touch some potatoes now for sure instead of just the turkey.
Exactly. Enjoy it, man. Look forward to seeing you there in Abu Dhabi.
You as well. As always, thank you guys for having me.